You're welcome back to A Place at the Table, this special edition called Is the Police Your Friend? Yesterday at the Villa, the new Inspector General of Police was decorated, Mr. Tindu Disu, and he said that his priority will be the welfare of the men and women of the Nigerian police force. And he also said that Nigerians are the bosses of policemen. So when I'm driving home after this show, I will drive like the boss of policemen because the IG said he has a law-abiding citizen. Now, I know Kate has a lot to say on this issue. So over to you, Kate.
The police can be our friend, but before we ask if the police is our friend, we must first ask, do Nigerians feel safe in the hands of those sworn to protect them? The police uniform is meant to command respect. It should symbolize safety, order, and trust. Instead, for too many of us, it evokes fear, frustration, and sadly, even distaste. This is a hard truth, but it is our lived reality. On our roads, at checkpoints, we're often met with unprofessionalism and subtle intimidation and expectation of something for the boys. In some cases, officers appear unkept, unprepared, and even under the influence, hand to heart. And when those entrusted with enforcing the law seem to disregard it, what message does that send to the ordinary citizen? Stories abound, stories that do not inspire confidence, but deep mistrust. And I speak not just from hearsay, but from my own personal experience. Moments that leave you questioning who protects the citizen when the protector becomes a source of concern. But this conversation cannot end in criticism alone, because the truth is we need the police. A functional society depends on them. So the real question is not just, are the police our friend, but how do we rebuild that friendship? It begins with accountability, with training, with dignity in service, and with a conscious decision by the force to rise to the standard the uniform demands. The police can be our friend, but only when they choose to become worthy of our trust. Funke?
Bam!
Funke, over to you.
The police can be our friend only. I want to go to your monologue because there's a lot to unpack there.
Please unpack.
You said the real question is not just, is the police your friend, but how do we rebuild that friendship? Because this friendship is broken in a lot of ways. We need to mend. We have to mend it, okay? And then you said it begins with accountability, with training, dignity in service. And these are, key points. And the fact that the police can be our friend. We want you to be our friend. We are not against the police. We want to be able to trust the police. We want to be able to run to the police and not the police sending us back to the hyenas, those who want to, for better way of saying it. We want you to be our friend for real, but you are not presently.
CP, please, with all respect, I want everybody, I want you to round up.
Okay.
Right.
So I know we've been here and we've spoken about all the negative experiences that we've had. I've had some positive experience. One experience I had that shook me was, normally when I'm driving, I just have extra cash. Not because I'm trying to,
pay your way through.
I just understand.
It's more
I understand. Well, no, it's not that. I just understand what these guys go through. I understand that they're not properly funded and so they don't get good salary home. Like Zuma said, the take home doesn't take them home. So I do have cash that just appreciates them, and I say nice things to them, and I make them laugh. That's what I do when I drive.
Encouragement.
So there's this time I was just driving, and normally I already just I saw them. I just put my the money from my pigeonhole. I was about to give the guy. He's like, no, you can go.
Oh.
I'm like, eh? I was shocked. I was like, what? No, you can go. So there are good people in the police.
That's right.
That's one. Two, I first of all want to commend you for, like you said, you're responsible for 25 million people. For coming here, this is a sign that we are going towards the right direction.
That's right.
No forest grows in a day. It takes time. But with what the president just did by bringing in somebody else, I'm sure that there is a perspective to that. And so we're hoping that we're going to start seeing results. We're not here to criticize you. We're not here to hang you. We're here to make you understand that we want you to work. We want your system to succeed. Yes. Because if it does succeed, then we benefit.
Life is good for us.
Life is good. I just came out from the UK this morning for this program. And like when I see the police there, I respect them. Like they don't even have guns, but you just respect them because you know that you're not afraid that they'll come and say, Baba for now.
Yeah.
What's for the boys?
Carry?
You respect them, and I want to respect our police. But we can't do that without having to point out these issues. It might sound weird, it might sound like we're angry. Of course we're angry, we experience these things, we want better. So I want you to understand that this is out of love. For me, the police is our friend. It can happen, and I hope with this new system, it will happen. Thank you very much.
Okay, in 2020, I don't want to mention the area, I don't want to mention the police command. In 2020, when things were down, everybody were home, and some miscreants were doing some small issues around. And the DPO approached my community, my SCDA, that they needed something. And that thing cost almost $500,000. I led the team that raised the money to support. That's not the first time that I will do that. That's not the second time. That's not I can give you a long list of today's are today. Your men outside there, myself and Kingsley were coming. I left Kingsley, immediately they saw me and I saw them. Why? Because your rider and I, I'm a power biker. We were gisting. It was when they now call me that, they are miking, that's when I ran inside. I have a lot of them as friends. Since 2016, Tunji Disu will give us some men to train. The first time they sent to
IGP.
me, yes, IGP, in 2016. Yeah, in 2016, where he sent some men. You know what? And I trained them on NLP, and I tried to check. Yes, sir. And I tried to check if they were behaving based on the recommendation. But I realized at the end of the class that they were good personalities. But guess what? One bad egg, we corrupt 499 fantastic eggs anytime. You understand?
Yeah.
So, sir, the reason why we are doing this, let me resound again. Like Bright said, what? It is because we want, sir, without due respect, I have capacity to live anywhere in the world with my family. I don't have to stay in Nigeria.
Straight up.
But because of patriotism and because of the legacy my father left, my father was among the engineers who built Ashejire Dam in old Oyo State, now Osho State, underwater corporation of Oyo State. I have that pedigree. And I say, you know what, where my father left, I will also do something. Yes, in Nigeria. And that's why I'm here. That's why I relocated back to Nigeria. Not because I was hungry. But because we love you, we need to point this thing out. My proposal about Nigerian police, when you said I wanted to remove
the logo.
Elephant to horse.
Let me tell you the bitter truth. Yeah, quickly, let me tell you the bitter truth. When we read the history, the foundation of police, we understood that elephant represents stampede. And I said, you know what, instead of that, can we put horse? That's what I did. That's what I did. I read it as a suggestion. Because the last time I checked, elephant was our logo for Nigerian Airways. It's offline again.
Thank you. I appreciate all of you. This should be the standpoint where we're supposed to understand that police cannot work alone.
Yes, sir. That's right.
The society we serve desired our service, and we are giving the best of service that we can. And there's a room for improvement in everything we do. I said that earlier on, that any organization or government, like the police, for that subject to public opinion, must grapple with the responsibility of constantly educating the public of what we do. Our operation activity is not structured in secrecy. And that is why community engagement is the in thing that we are doing. Like he asked a question, I missed the question out. The police that we have now, every administrator have been coming in and do one or two things to get it better. And at various level, people have been helping you, like you have said, but like he has said, friendship is a mutual understanding.
That's right.
If you have a friend and something is wrong and you want the friendship, there's a way you correct your friend. Oh, you are my friend. This is not up to. You don't write off your friend. Own your police. The police is your friend. We are more than the friend, we are your partner. For a lot of people in the locality, you want us to work like the UK police, like the US police. Fine. In a police state of US, before you get to police point, you stretch out your hand so that they know you are not harmed.
Yeah.
And you are not going to fire anybody. And when you walk straight. Being law-abiding is part of where we can help the police to work better in Nigeria, in getting things done properly. If you are all law-abiding, you agree with me that generality of the people are not law-abiding. If you are law-abiding, we will, yes. So if you are not law-abiding in the actual sense, and you cross the border to another country, and you started to be compliant with the law, what happened with the law in your country? It's not absent of law. The process of the law itself that said you are presumed innocent until you're proven guilty. In another country, once you are arrested, you are guilty. It is you that will use your personal money to establish that you are not guilty. If you are in police custody, your family will feed you. But in Nigeria, it is the responsibility of the state to do all those things for you. So we'll continue to do our best in this regard. But what I'm telling you is that if you say I'm different from the other police officers, I'm a police officer. I pass through the rank. So I feel the pains of every police officer. And we know government of the today, they have taken on all the police institutions for innovation. And special committee have been set up for all aspects that needed to be reformed, to be rehabilitated, and to be re-engineered in the police. And the news is there for us to pick. Don't let us pick only the negative. We should pick all the one that government is doing to get it better for us. The IG, yes, the issue of boss. Yes, you are my boss. I'm your servant, but I'm not your slave. Yeah. There are two different things. Yeah. Can you hear me, sir?
Mr. Gbenga.
Mr. Gbenga, you are my boss. I'm your servant, but I'm not your slave.
Very true.
Yes. So policing is not slavery.
Is that why the Nigerian police force wished us happy customer service week last?
Yes, I did it here in Lagos.
But people think that customer service is because you see ordinary Nigerians as your customers.
No.
Business
Transaction. Every organs of government were directed to engage in customer service week. The people are the people that need our service. And people that need our service are our customers. And we've been rendering the best of service. And people come out and point out some select area where we need to improve upon. And we are improving upon them. So what I want to conclude in this aspect is that police is your friend. We are more than a friend, but partner now. We want you to reimpose your trust and confidence in us, and we'll serve you better. So that will be a point of encouragement and a point of happiness for police officer. Despite that, during the rain we are there, during the sun we are there. When you are sleeping, in your roll up or whatsoever, we are on the streets then.
No, we
even when there's firework, you start calling the commissioner. They are firing somewhere, and some people are doing celebration of the New Year using firework. Even if it's snooker, then even if it is husband and wife, how will a policeman know that when two people that are couple sleep together over dinner, one will kill the other? But you come the following day and said the human rights and the journalists, the media will say, why are you interfering in husband and wife matter? Who took the matter to the police? So because we police by culture, the culture of the people determine how we police them. Some people will go to police station, come and take my wife. You will go again, come and take my wife. The third time, come and take my wife. If you don't go there, the woman will be dead. And let me tell you, in a civilized environment, that's why we are more law-abiding than the other. The culture, Nigeria is diverse. One policeman in Lagos can arrest up to 4 people. But somewhere, I won't want to mention name, maybe you see where my hand is going. Somewhere, it takes 4 police
to arrest one person.
4 policemen to arrest one person.
One person, yes.
But so that is the scenario we have. So this frame our policing plan. But any policing plan that doesn't bring in the priority of the community. Community is not only village. Even the news central is a community. So any policing plan that doesn't take in the input of the community priority is not a policing plan. And that is what the IG currently has announced yesterday. We are your servant. We'll serve you better. You are our boss. But we are not slaves.
Thank you very much.
Okay, I just want to say, just to round up my advocacy, that the good ones should be the loudest for reform. And that improvements cannot be whispered, but must be felt at every interaction and checkpoint by Nigerians.
Should trickle from police headquarters to the rank and file
they can
on the
hear
street.
me.
Thank you very much. And just like my namesake said about the suggestion for the horse, my own suggestion is maybe we should drop the force at the end of the Nigerian police. Should be Nigerian Police Services, yes. And the finest policemen I've seen in my life were in Hong Kong. They're on their way to East Timor for peacekeeping so many years
We were
ago.
there
Very
in East Timor.
immaculately
We were there in
dressed.
East Timor. We were there
Yes.
in Somalia. We are there in Darfur. We are there in Guinea.
Because the
Bissau. We are
motivation,
there-
Fantastic.
because the motivation
Let
gets better.
me tell you. Let me
But
tell
let's-
you today.
We're best
On yearly
internationally.
basis, the United Nations punch our EOD. That's
So we
the Ordnance
know.
Officer.
Okay, we have a few minutes more to wrap up the show. We have a few minutes more to wrap up the show, but let's take a few tweets from our Twitter family. Always Grace says, retired CP Ocean spoke right. Culture plus poverty plus government are determining factors. Even here in the US, we have our problems also with the law enforcement. Remember ICE, not discrediting what's happening in Nigeria. Let's see if we can take a few more tweets before we move to the members of the audience. Additional Deborah says, if it's not personal and not constitutional, why are there more cases of this bad behavior everywhere? And Paul John says, come to Ayobo from Iyanopaja bus stop to Ayobo again to SFU. This is the same police station guys collecting money in those places. They turn themselves to money collector. This is an everyday thing. So CP, you might want to check that out. I would like to appeal to members of the audience. Let's take a comment from Yinka first.
Some people are already anticipating what I'm going to say behind me, but I will disappoint them. I will disappoint them. Now, central to the issues that we're having is trust. I'm not asking a question, I'm making a comment. So central to the issues that we're having is trust. And I'm always about what's the solution, because we can spend the entire day talking about the issues and all that, and still we're trying to deal with the issue. Now let's talk numbers. The same numbers you don't want to hear. Benga said in his advocacy that the total budget for the police is 1.3 trillion, 1.3 trillion, all right, which is like almost like 200% increase from where it was in 2020. Okay, at that particular time, the total police force was around 250,000. It's around 370,000 now. So there's a 120,000 increment in 5 years. All right. So when you look at the standards in terms of the number of police to a population, the general standard is somewhere between 1 police to 400 people. Okay. Nigeria's standard, with the numbers we have in Nigeria, we have like 1 to 600. So yeah, around that. So we still have something like in a gap of around 200,000 more policemen to be able to properly police Nigeria. Now, I'm not talking sentiments, I'm looking numbers, so because again, sometimes we get a lot into the whole mix of it, we miss the bigger picture of it. So the question here is, you need 200, you don't have enough funding for what you have, you need more people, you need more money, and you don't have enough funding, because the 1.3 trillion you're talking about, over 90% of it is recurrent expenditure. All right. And it's not even covering everything. It still comes down to this 30,000 per whatever. So clearly we have a funding problem. Now, the question is, how do we deal with this funding problem? Can we tweak the the police trust fund? Okay. To say, do we up the numbers, the percentages to get more money in? Is that a possibility? Do we look at other models? I think that the country right now has to start looking seriously at state policing. And it's not a question of whether we don't want the diversity. I mean, I saw what the CP said. Yes, we love diversity. Nigeria police is not going to disappear. But the reality is that at the point right now, the model we have in Lagos must be replicated. Because the reason why Lagos works is not because, for whatever reason, Lagos is special. It's because the state, as an institution, is invested, and not just the state, the private sector. There's the police trust fund in Lagos, all right, that is also putting in money. We have to think seriously about ensuring that funding gets to the police. And maybe we can start by making sure that there's state policing, there's community policing, and with the Nigeria Police Service, and ensure that we solve this funding gap. That's my take. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I want to ask, why is the police, the Nigerian police, hostile to the common man? They see people with different hairstyle and assume they are criminals, mostly. Yes. Yes, they profile them and assume they are criminals, like people with blonde haircuts or probably dread, while the real criminals are even on low cut. They are well dressed, but the police assume because you are dressed somehow, you are a criminal.
So, sorry, we have instructions that we are about to wrap up. So we'll just take, I'm sorry, next time we'll have to extend the time. We'll take final thoughts from the former Commissioner of Police, Mr. Fatai Owoseni, and the current CP before we wrap things up.
Thank you very much. I must say that, like Benga said, almost all the states have trust fund. Oyo State operates a security trust fund. I'm the executive secretary. So most of the state governors are actually, funding the police. But when you talk of fund as well, like I've always said, the police reflects you. If you say the police is bad, then you are bad, because the police is a reflection of the country, of the society. An average policeman should be an angel. So let us make our policemen angels. And the only way we can do that is to recognize that they are a reflection of us. For the people that are leading us, that need to fund the police as well, to know that they are a reflective of the government, of the country. And of course, taking funding and everything out, the police leadership should also know that when issues come up like this, it is for the betterment of the police. The issue of trust, we have to fight on it together. I remember that 2016, I was the commissioner of police here. We handled the Mumu Don't Do with Two-Face, and we handled it in such a way that we didn't allow it to escalate. So everybody is a collective responsibility that we must make our police what it's supposed to be. We have been teaching people outside this country how to do police work. He said it, we are all over. Nigeria is the #1 country that they request for police contributing country for the United Nations. Some of us were there. I was chief of staff of the whole police in Sudan and everything. So let's Nigerians, join hands together with us. And of course, for the police as well, the new Inspector General of Police is there. The president believed in him. We believe that the president is going to fund, the police more more than what I've been doing before. His job is cut out for him. And for some of us that know him, he was my officer in Lagos State. We did all these things together. We believe that he can change things. And of course, we would have the kind of police that we deserve. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We don't profile people because of the way they look. It's when your conduct now exhibits on certain suspicion, not because of the way you dress or the way you look. That's the issue. And when you get to a police checkpoint, like I said, we were trained to pay attention to people that ignored us when they see us on duty. We were trained to pay attention to people that patronize us. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. And we are trained to be careful of this. So it's your conduct that will make us to say, stop there. Whatsoever, like she is dressed, we can't stop her for anything. But it had been established matter that we are investigating where people tuckle in pistol or weapons under their head. Some people put the turban and wrap something suspicious under. So we don't profile because of the way you dress. It's because of the act that you must have done. So to round up, I want to say that police is your friend. I will continue to be your friend. Police is your servant. It is from your taxes that they pay us. But where you notice anything against our police personnel, please report to be a point of correction to what we have done. But state police is not the answer. To ensure proper police funding to improve on it is the solution for us in Nigeria. and it will take us to where we are. Nigerians too should endeavor to be law-abiding in nature, so that we can, all the resources we are using to pursue people to comply with the law can be directed to crime fighting and to other activities of policing. So thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you so much. Now, as we bring this thought-provoking and much-needed conversation to a close, I want to take this opportunity to thank the former Commissioner of Police for Lagos State, Mr. Fatai Owoseni. Thank you so much for honoring us with your time. I would also like to thank the current Commissioner of Police, Mr. Moshood Jimoh. Thank you so much for your time and for engaging with us on this very important and vital issue. I would also like to thank the Managing Director of News Central, Mr. Kayode Akitemi, affectionately known as Mr. K, for being a champion when it comes to giving voice to the issues that matter to all of us. From all of us at a place at the table, my name is Benga Aborowa, your moderator, saying thank you for being a part of this conversation. And I'd like to say thank you to our brilliant studio audience. I want to apologize that we couldn't take all your thoughts because of time constraints. I hope you understand. Thank you so much. And to our brilliant panelists and the regulars on a place at the table, thank you so much. And God bless you all. Remember, the police is your friend, and you're also the boss of the police.